Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
I have a wonderful guest host with me this morning. Samantha decided to join us. Now, we're inside
Cheers.
the high performance group, so I don't know how many of you even know Samantha. Samantha was a regular visitor on the show
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
When I first started this show, which was January 1st, 2 years ago, Samantha was on almost daily. She couldn't get enough. She was obviously 2 years younger and just loved being on TV. So, anyways, we get Samantha back today. Unfortunately, she had a bad dream, so she woke up a little earlier than normal. So I asked her to be on the show, and here she is. Cheers.
Cheers.
That used to always be your thing.
It will, starting today.
Today's morning routine tip is about gratitude. So
Gratitude.
it's very nice that something that I'm so thankful for decided to come here. This is something I'm grateful for. So anyways, I'm going to jump right into it today. Unless you have, well, we have a question of the day. And Samantha had her own question of the day that she wanted to share with you.
So it was, if you could pick one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One food to eat for the rest of your life?
Yes.
What happened to the sheep picture thing?
I don't know, because
That's what I thought we were
it's a
talking
weird
about.
story.
Well, tell it.
My mom bought a picture of 3 sheep, and it's above a couch, and my dad thinks it's weird, because he's like, who would put a picture of 3 sheep above someone's couch?
We had this picture of a nice French chateau or something like that with walkways above our couch. We got a new couch, and all of a sudden, right after Christmas, this big thing shows up at the front door. And she opens it up and pulls out this picture of 3 sheep. I'm like, what's that? And she's like, it's going to go above our couch. And I was like, when did we become sheep people? Like, I don't even, like, what is that? What does that have to do with anything? Yes, we have goats, we have ducks, we have geese. We don't have sheep. We've never loved sheep.
I want to get
It's just a weird thing above the couch. Luckily, I'm always looking the other way. And when I'm sitting on the couch, please stop kicking. You're just like when you're 2 years ago. She used to crawl around all my camera equipment while I was doing the show and like wiggle stuff and all that, if anybody remembers. And I would get so fired up inside. And then I'd turn off the camera and I would just, no, maybe not that far. Anyways, gratitude is our talk today. So I'm leaving camera. You got to talk. You got to carry it. Carry the show.
So what's your favorite food you want to eat for your
No,
whole
let's not do that one. So we talked about the 5-minute journal yesterday. Yesterday we talked about journaling. And one of the 3 questions in the 5-minute journal is what are you grateful for? Every morning you have the same thing in your kids' journal, correct?
Yeah. No.
The first thing is what you're grateful for.
Yes.
Okay.
What
So today I want to expand on that and really just talk about gratitude.
What are you thankful for?
Yeah, and that is the question of the day. Is just give us one thing you're grateful for. And mine's going to be a really, really easy one today.
Me.
It's you. I am very,
Hallelujah.
very, very grateful for
Hallelujah.
my whole family, really. All 3 of the kids, all the pets that we have, the wife. Very grateful and very blessed to have the family that I have. This one right here is certainly my little buddy.
Yeah.
She goes where I go, and we have a good time, and I'm certainly grateful for her. So what are you grateful for, Samantha?
I am grateful for coffee and you.
Coffee and me, huh?
Yes. Morning with my dad playing cards and having coffee.
Morning with your dad, playing cards, and having coffee. I like that. Yeah, I really like that. I like coffee as well. But I think the morning playing cards with my daughter is one of my favorite things of the day. No.
Winbooks. Awesome.
Yeah. I start my day and end my day with my daughter. So
Yay!
every morning when we make breakfast, that is something I'm grateful for. Is we get to play cards while we're eating breakfast. Except for you have a tendency not to eat while we play cards, so then I have to yell at you to eat faster. And then every night after the shower, we sit down in my chair and she reads at least a chapter, if not 2 chapters, to our book together.
Of Augie and me.
Right now we're into a Wonder series, so the movie Wonder, Augie and I correct all her mistakes.
And make like one mistake like every chapter.
Very good. Anyways, we're talking about gratitude. And the reason I want to talk about gratitude is I feel like it's a very, very important part of the overall morning. Please stop kicking, honey.
Sorry.
Very important part of the overall morning routine is to have gratitude in your life, to have something that starts your day with that gratitude as opposed to a grumpy start to your day.
This is what keeps me going.
Is that it?
Yes.
Are you sure? John DeMartini. Anybody a fan? I remember John being very inspirational to me back in the days that I was in practice. And he has his thing, and I'm just going to throw it out there. It's certainly not my thing. He has the thing about he doesn't get out of bed until he laughs and he cries or something like that. He does both things. I'm not quite sure I'm I'm to that level, but I definitely like starting my day with some form of gratitude.
Like me.
You haven't changed, have you?
No.
Nope, not at all.
Cheers.
Thank you is such an important word in our culture. Something I don't think we hear enough. Something I feel like everybody really loves to hear, right? So if you do something nice to somebody and somebody says thank you, that's enjoyable, right?
Yes.
So to find some gratitude inside your heart for everybody else out there, and then to share that if at all possible. So one of the things I really like about this is when you start your morning by writing down the thing you're grateful for, typically I go inside the house and let them know that I feel that way. Or if it's something outside of here, then I either make a note to send a message or make a phone call, or while I'm dropping the kids off at school, if there's something at school that I want to let someone know that I'm grateful for, I let them know that. Just a good place to start your morning. If I'm being as simple as I possibly can about this, which you know how I like to be simple. Great way to start your day. Great place to be in as you're starting to build stuff. So if you got something accomplished yesterday and you're grateful for that, you're going to get more of that in your life. And that would be the I don't want to say more important. I guess second step of the gratitude is you get more of it back in your life, right? So the more you put out there, the more you get back. You attract back to you. So if you start your day with gratitude, as opposed to, again, being angry at the family, driving to work and being angry and flipping somebody off, stopping at a gas station for a egg McMuffin. I don't know how that works. We don't do those things. And just being in that mindset, you're going to get more of that stress, more of that anger back at you. If you start your day with gratitude, you're going to get more coming back into your life.
Yeah.
If you're grateful for the things that you've already accomplished, as opposed to this is an important part for coaching clients, chiropractors.
Ooh.
I talk to a lot of you, and a lot of times the conversation is about all the things that are wrong, all the patients that left, all the patients that didn't start care, all the marketing things that you didn't, that were not successful. And the more we focus, and I understand I'm a coach, so people are supposed to complain to me.
Yeah.
But the more, not that kind of coach. I'm her coach also. We won't get into that.
Annika always complains it's too hard.
It's too hard that I put my coaching. She won't complain when she's in high school winning a state championship, will she?
Maybe.
All right. This is where state championships are won. Anyways, if that's your focus is on all the things that are going wrong, you're gonna get more of that in your life. Stop doing that with your feet.
Sorry.
The more you complain about the patients that leave, the more you get patients that leave. The more you're grateful, show gratitude for the ones that stay, the more patients stay. The more you're grateful for the things that have gone right in your life, the more things go right in your life. So starting your day with gratitude is not just a good place to be mentally and in your heart. It's a success mechanism as well, because the more you're grateful for the accomplishments you've had, the more you focus on the good things. You're like, why do you do that?
Try and be like you.
I can see why. The more you're grateful for the accomplishments you made, the more accomplishments you're going to have. So show some gratitude today. Go out there, tell someone that you're thankful for them. Show some gratitude to yourself for where you are in life, for all you've accomplished in life. Again, even if you're struggling right now in practice or have a lot of stress in your life, think about all the things that are right in your life. Focus on those. Focus on the things that are right, and you'll get more of them. I was about to end the show, but that reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins. As he talks about, if you're growing a garden, you can't sit there and be like, if there's weeds growing, you just can't sit there and mentally say, there are no weeds, there are no weeds, there are no weeds. You still have to pick those weeds. So when I'm telling you to focus on the things in your life that are good, and that's his example in the garden, is to focus on the flowers, feed the flowers, feed the things that are right. You still got to pluck the weeds. So in your life, although I'm telling you to show gratitude and show appreciation and spend all your time focusing on the things that are right, the seeds that you grew that are beautiful flowers at this point, you still got to pluck the weeds as well. So I'm not saying to just pretend they're not there. They are there. Take care of them, but don't focus on them. Don't put energy towards them. Just get rid of them and move on and show gratitude towards the things that are great. Anything you'd like to add?
Have a great day.
Yes. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Peace
7 a.m.
out. Peace out.
She's throwing up deuces.